welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. So today I'll be flipping through the Sacred Medicine Oracle. This is by Asha and artwork by Steph Littlebird. This is a 56 card deck and guidebook published by Hay House. This was one of the decks that Hay House sent me specifically for the purposes of review. Now, though they did send me this for the purposes of review, and I did show some sneak peeks, like unbox and show some sneak peeks in my Hay House goodies video, which will always be linked in the cards above. I actually have this on my most anticipated releases list for myself. This was one of the decks that I was very interested in getting when it was supposed to be releasing, which it released in February, so it's already out. If you would like to pick this up, links will always be in the description box below for you to check out that have legitimate places where you can buy this deck. So yes, it was on my wish list to get, and I was actually planning to get it pretty soon, but then Hay House contacted me, and this was one of them that I requested. So I was super excited for this particular deck. It's based on, I believe, Indigenous culture. Both the author and the artist are both Indigenous, which is fantastic. Honestly, I love it, and I love to see it. I live in Canada, and we have very large Indigenous population in Canada. Obviously, the land that Canada is on, that we live on, if you're Canadian, specifically me being Canadian, that I live on, it was originally Indigenous, right? And it was stolen from Indigenous tribes and nations by the British and by the French when they conquered and, decided to come claim this land for their own. So I've always been, especially when I did my social service degree, but even before that, I always made a point to understand Indigenous culture, Indigenous struggles, everything that has happened to Indigenous people here in Canada specifically. And when I did my social service degree, my focus, a lot of it was not only on mental health, but I also focused a lot on Indigenous struggles, discrimination, the residential school system, 60s scoop, and things like that. So I've done a lot of research and a lot of papers. I wrote several papers and went on everything that's going on, specifically where I live, but also in Canada as a whole, on Indigenous life and struggles. So I was really excited to bring this particular deck into my collection. As I live in Canada, I love to support Indigenous people as much as I can. So when I have the opportunity, I love to do it. I love to see it. So I was really excited to get this particular deck for review. Now, before we get into the deck, I actually thought it would be a great opportunity to do a land acknowledgement. Now, what a land acknowledgement is, we do these in Canada, especially in university and stuff like that, in schools and things. They try to do a lot of those before beginning, like, I don't know, some kind of ceremony or any kind of presentation and things like that. We've done them a lot when I was in school and things. And especially when I was doing my social service degree, every single outline that I received, if you've ever been to school, you get an outline, it gives you everything like books you need and all the papers you'll be doing, and literally an index of like all the modules and stuff we'll be learning, right? Every single outline I have received when I was doing my social service degree had a land acknowledgement in it, which I thought was beautiful, and I loved it so much. And I recently finished this book here called Revolutionary Witchcraft, and I love this book so much. I highly recommend it if you are someone who likes to get involved in activism, or just you want to support different organizations, different groups that help others. Highly recommend the read. They have a land acknowledgement here in the back in the appendix. And we have a website that you can actually put in your city and get the name of what the land was once called and the tribe nation. And then you would read this. So all of that. Can't even see the top. All of this. So I did, and I got the names. I spent some time listening to how to pronounce so I can try my best and try to pronounce them as correctly as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this land acknowledgement before diving into this particular deck. I hope that you appreciate and would like to take time to listen. Of course, I understand if you don't care and want to just get into the deck, you do you. There's always going to be timestamps, so you do whatever you'd like. This is obviously my video, so I'm going to add extra things if I wish to add them. So, we honor and acknowledge the land we stand on. This is occupied territory that was once called Jojake and is home to Kanien'kehá:ka, which is the Mohawk Nation. We acknowledge that this land was stolen by settlers and that the mistreatment of its first people continues to this day. While we live in a world that settlers created, we promise to work on building a better world with the help and leadership of this land's original inhabitants. We honor this land and thank you for the many gifts you give us each day. Thank you for allowing us to fight on with and for you. So that was the land acknowledgement. I hope that I tried my best, and I hope that I pronounced the names of the land and the nation correctly. I'm just going to put this back here. You love that book. Highly recommend. So let's get into the deck itself, and let's get into the back here and read what it has to say. So it says, Medicine Keeper, Visionary Wise One, you are invited to rise into remembering. Ancient traditions, ancestral guidance, healing rituals, moon phases, animal spirits, and plant allies come alive in this vividly illustrated 56-card oracle deck and guidebook from Indigenous medicine woman and author of You Are the Medicine, Asha Frost. I do have that book on my wish list, and I do eventually want to pick it up. I thought it was interesting, so I did add that to my wish list. Each image vibrates with energy, and the guidebook leads you to deeper meaning, offering a description, sacred ceremony, and affirmation for each card, as well as unique spreads and sage advice for oracle readings. Embrace a conscious, respectful relationship with medicine teachings and awaken a daily connection to your own inner divinity and power. This retails for $26.99 in the US and $35.99 in Canada. So let's go ahead and open this up. Take out the cards. So in the top here, it says, Medicine Keeper, Visionary Wise One, you are invited to rise into your remembering. And we have the sun on the bottom. So it's the moon and the sun, which I really love. I love that balance of the moon and the sun. Okay. Put the cards over there. And let's get into the guidebook. So, of course, we have the table of contents. Let me focus this. There we go. So we have an introduction. We have a how to use the Sacred Medicine Oracle. We have some card spreads. We have some card messages, and then it lists all the cards available in the deck. Then we have some acknowledgements about the author, about the artist. So we have the introduction here, which looks really interesting. And it's a nice long introduction, so you can get to know a bit of the author in that introduction, it seems like. And then it says how to use the Sacred Medicine Oracle, We have some east, south, west, north information. We have a sacred ceremony here. We have some healing affirmations, the sacred medicine oracle invocation, which is really nice. Mother Earth, Father Sky. Oh, this sounds really nice. Then we have sacred guidance and suggestions. And then we go into the card spreads. So we have Sacred Medicine 1 card draw. We have 3 options here, it seems like. A daily draw, a new moon, a full moon. Oh no, we have several actually. Then we have all for the equinox and solstices. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Nice, I do like seasonal energies, so that's really fun. Then we have a Sacred Medicine 3 card spread, which is Shadow, Wisdom, and Light. Then we have the Medicine Wheel spread with east, south, west, and north. And then lastly, we seem to have an Ancestral spread with patrilineal lineage rather, and vision for the future. Interesting. I'd be interested in doing some of those actually. Oh, and then we go right into the card meanings. So we have the title or the name of the card. We have the keyword. We have information, and then we seem to have a sacred ceremony and a healing affirmation. And it seems like we have that for every single card, so at least consistent in the guidebook. Everything is pretty much the same in terms of what kinds of pockets they have. And then we have some acknowledgements here at the back about the author and about the artist, which I love very much. And then some information back from Hay House. So I'm really excited to actually dive into this. Of course, like usual, I will shuffle, pull a card, and we will read straight from the guidebook so you can see what kind of information or what the depth is of the guidebook itself, like I usually do in my unboxings and flip throughs and all that good stuff, walkthroughs. So let's get into the cards. So the cards, they don't feel thick. They feel a little bit thinner than the older matte cardstock that Hay House had previously. I actually really like their thinner cardstock. I find it easier to shuffle. And the type of coating, it's like a matte coating, but I feel like perhaps maybe, we'll see how it shuffles, but perhaps maybe it's more helpful to slide than their matte cardstock that they previously had, but we shall see when I shuffle the cards. I definitely am not mad at the type of cardstock it is, and the thickness is, in my opinion, perfect. So first we have Sweetgrass Braid, Receptivity. I love that very much. I'm actually currently reading the book Braiding Sweetgrass, which is an indigenous book. It's written by another indigenous author, rather, and I've been loving it so far. So yeah, I love this card. When I see this card, it reminds me of that particular book. So I really like that. We have a little heart here with some butterflies. Then we have the Dark Spirit Moon, Void. And then we have some constellations with animals, so like buffalo, snake, a ram, a bear. I do love that very much. Looks really nice. Also, these are the backs. Let me show them. Has a dream catcher. So beautiful. Then we have New Spirit Moon, Hope. I really love the art. The art is gorgeous. Full Spirit Moon, Shine. So I just want to see. Interesting. They could literally be a continuation of each other pretty much, except this one has flowers in it. I wonder if the flowers have significance. Actually, I'm curious to see if the flowers have significance. Any significance in here? Let me just put that there for now. Let me see the guidebook for number 3. Does it say what kind of flower that is? Let's see. Grandmother Moon. No, I don't know if the flowers have any significance because they're not mentioned, but the only thing that's mentioned specifically is I'm ready to plant the seeds for my future. So I'm wondering if the flourishing of these flowers signifies the future of what needs to be planted in that particular sense. Because it says here, use this time to plant the seeds of inspiration and tend to them, weeding out that which no longer interests or serves you. So I'm wondering if that's the significance of the flowers. I do love this though, so pretty. We have seer, prophecy, that third eye. Oh, I'm not going to try to pronounce the indigenous because I know I'm going to get it wrong. I had to listen. I don't even know. I literally spent, I think, 15 minutes listening to 2 separate videos on how to pronounce the name of the land that I live on, plus the nation. And yeah, I had to really listen a few times and constantly repeat to know if I was pronouncing it correctly. So walk in a good way, realign. I love this specific like path that this person is on. We have the eagle flying in the sky, which is really nice. It feels like you can only go forward in that sense. Past life medicine. Love past life stuff, so love this. Ancestral love. Tending. Oh, this is the one from the cover of the box and the guidebook. Sacred medicine, calling. She really looks at peace with her hands on her chest. Then we have shawl dancer, wild. Roots, reconnection. This is really beautiful. Have like the roots going so far down to the bottom of the card. To me, this feels like a reconnecting with family, because the tree, the tree. And when I think tree, you could also reconnect to nature as well. I feel like, or reconnecting to the earth with the roots. I feel like also you can go with the family side and ancestors, reconnecting to the roots of your familial ancestral life as well. That's what I feel like. With just I'm just thinking out loud in regards to like the imagery. Medicine rights, accomplishment. Oh, this is beautiful. Sage stick, cleanse. We have the elder, wisdom. Eagle, feather, soar. Jingle dress, miracles. Sacred tears, expression. Beautiful. Creation story pathway. Shaker, truth. Storytelling, connection. Wind, change. Strawberry, love. I love this because in the book that I'm reading, Braiding Sweetgrass, there's a chapter on strawberries, and the author talks about how there was a patch of wild berries that would always grow near where she lived. And a lot of the time she would go with her like siblings and go pick strawberries and whatnot. And there was something that she always did was like her and her siblings would go, they would pick strawberries, and they would bring home to her mother to make a strawberry shortcake for her father because it was his birthday, and every time it was his birthday, they always did that. And she talked about the act of like, so that to me, love, it reminded me of that, showing love. That's the way that they showed love and how they gifted and things like that. It was through things that they made. But it also reminded me of some of the things that she was saying in regards to strawberries and how you can only take so much and receive so much from the earth, but you also need to give back to the earth as well. So I feel like that's what it reminded me of in that sense. I really do love that book that I'm reading, but yeah, some of these cards are reminding me of some of the stories that the author was telling in there, which is really interesting. Maybe I should use this deck with that book. I think it would be an interesting combination. I think I might do that. Rainbow activation, authenticity. Medicine bag, gather. Fire spark, transform. Winged one, trust. I love the hummingbird. Hummingbird is getting the nectar from the plants, from the flower. So nice. Reclamation, home. So beautiful. Wolf, protection. Birch tree, humility. This too kind of reminds me of a part in the book also that I'm reading where she was talking about how like trees will protect themselves, and the way they protect themselves, they tell other trees if there's like an infestation in one tree, that way it doesn't spread to other trees. I thought that was really interesting concept in that regard, because the book is about indigenous wisdom teachings, but also science knowledge. So I thought that was interesting. Medicine wheel cycle. So that card, that birch tree card, reminded me of that. Spring equinox, eagle, flight. Summer solstice, deer, nourish. I love these seasonal cards. Fall equinox, buffalo, release. Winter solstice, bear, hibernation. Seed planter, intention. Wisdom keeper, mastery. Kin, family. Drum medicine, regulation. Clan, animal totem, claiming. Two spirit, diversity. Oh, I love that. That's so beautiful. Again, I'm not going to pronounce the indigenous words. The good being worth. Just the fact that I don't want to mess them up. I'm going to have to look up how to actually pronounce them. Cosmic Weaver, potency. Earth Mother, surrender. Star Blanket, transition. Tobacco, offering. Plantkin sensitivity. Mosaic pieces. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Spider Woman destiny. Peaceful warrior potency. Didn't we already have this keyword? I thought we did. Yeah, we did with the Cosmic Weaver. So Cosmic Weaver and Peaceful Warrior have the same keyword. Okay, that's interesting. Wonder why that is. Soul retrieval, wholeness. Soil and stars, balance. Cedar, extraction. 7 generations, legacy. Sacred space, support. Thunderbird vision, trailblazer. And Star Nation's ancestors. Okay, I just want to see for Spirit, Cosmic Weaver, and Peaceful Warrior, the potency part. So they have the same keyword, but the guidance, the guidebook entry, the guidebook entries are definitely very different in terms of interpretation based on the keyword. So that's good, at least, in my opinion. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle the cards. Oops, didn't mean to hit my camera. Apologies. Sticking a bit, but I feel like with use, they'll probably stick less, in my opinion. This is the first time I'm shuffling it. Because usually that's what happens in terms of any deck. It doesn't matter who it's from. If it sticks a bit in the beginning, a lot of the time with use, they don't stick as much. Okay, I want to read this one. And let's pull one more. This one. Okay. Oh. It was the one I was questioning about the flowers. So I'll read those two. Okay. Okay, let's do Summer Solstice first, because that was the first one that I pulled. Okay, that's number 32. Summer Solstice, dear, nourish. A time of nourishment, growth, and blossoming. You are shining in your glory with the season of summer all around. The seeds you have planted are now sprouting in great abundance, and you are asked to tend to them with intention and care. Your dreams have come to fruition, and the medicine of this card asks you to celebrate how your hard work has paid off. Deer moves into your sacred space, reminding you that self-care is especially important at this time. With your visions moving into reality, there is much to do, And the spirit animal is here to make sure you are carrying your body, mind, and spirit during your busy cycle. There is much sweetness blessing you, and you are asked to soak it all in as you see what you have created. Take some time to reflect on what is in alignment and contributing to your success, and let go of the rest, for your energy is a precious limited resource. Move into the glow of the summer sun and take up your space in the spotlight. Sacred ceremony. During our summer solstice ceremonies, we share a bowl of strawberries, which bring gentle nectar to our hearts and spirits, reminding us to soften into self-acceptance. Dear Spirit comes before you today and nuzzles your cheek. They have a strawberry in their mouth, and they offer it to you. You place it upon your heart, and Grandfather Sun shines brightly upon you, the warmth and light illuminating your presence. Oh yeah, there's strawberries in the photo as well. Okay, love that. Healing affirmation. I celebrate my success and the forward movement of my dreams. I care for myself deeply as I pour my light into the world. Wow, that was beautiful. I actually really love the guidebook. So that's everything that I read. I love this sacred ceremony that they have here. Very nice. The fact that you just want to, eat some strawberries. Obviously, thank Grandfather Sun in regards to shining bright. And I would probably thank also the strawberries and Earth for bringing those forward. But yes, do love that. It's like nourishing your soul in a sense. Okay, number 3. New spirit moon. Hope. A sliver of hope and magic. The new moon is a clean slate for you to create. Call up your intentions during this time. Listen to the rumbles of creation that exists in the core of your soul. What lights you up? What feels like fuel for your sacred fire? What is calling to you from the invisible realm of possibility? And how will you feel when your dreams become reality? Your specific intentions at this time are sacred dreams waiting to be birthed. This card comes your way to remind you that no dream is too big. The stars are waiting for your instructions, and Grandmother Moon is waiting to reflect your inner light and shine brightly over the world with its radiance. New moons are a time of possibility and alignment. Stay focused on your thoughts and align them with your greatest visions. Center your mind with the most healed outcomes you can imagine. At this moment, miracles are possible. Use this time to plant the seeds of inspiration and tend to them, weeding out which no longer interests or serves you. Sacred ceremony. Look up to the dark sky and see the magic of the bright white sliver of light. This is a beginning, and there is so much that is unknown. You are handed a seed to offer into the soil of the earth, the womb of the Earth Mother. Take a moment to infuse it with a wish, a dream, a prayer. As Mother Earth gathers it, it transmutes it with her hands into a shooting star and throws it up to the cosmos, where it is gathered, validated, and amplified. You can now surrender and trust. Healing affirmation. I am ready to plant the seeds for my future. I stay aligned in my thoughts and focus on what is possible. So this is what I read. Oops. Focus. So that and this. Absolutely beautiful, I have to say. I I'm absolutely in love with this deck. It was on my anticipated releases for a reason, and yep, I was right about it. I knew that I would love this, and I'm really glad that I do. Honestly, I'm really excited about working with this deck. I was thinking of pairing it with the Gentle Tarot. I feel like it would pair well. So I thought that I would show that particular pairing. So we're going to switch up the view and see how those two pair together. Okay, so I was thinking would pair nice with the Gentle Tarot. That was my first idea when it came to pairings with this particular deck. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the center. Oh, I didn't shuffle this from another video that I used it in. So let me just do that first. Okay, hopefully that's better. Tobacco. I do like that very much. Yeah, I do like these together. I think they look really good. Yeah, I really like these together. I think they go really well, in my opinion. Soil and Stars. You have the hands raised here, but you also have them in the Three of Cups. And I love that. And then we have that earth aspect with the groundedness. We have that with here as well. I do like these together. They're so nice. Now, I do love this pairing very much. I do have another deck on the way to me that I ordered called the Vision Quest Tarot. It's another indigenous tarot deck that I have. I actually thought it was out of print because it wasn't in stock anymore on Amazon. And then, I don't know, I was going through decks that were on sale on my wish list, and I saw it again, and I was like, oh, it's in stock. So I purchased it because it was on sale, and it was back in stock. I was so excited because I thought it was out of print. It's pretty old. It's a pretty older deck, in my opinion, from 1999. But I really love the artwork, and I feel like that's another deck that would probably fit with this particular oracle as well. So I think in that video, I'm going to see if they fit. But for now, I'm loving this pairing here with the Sacred Medicine with the Gentle Tarot. I feel like this is a good combination. Feels very nice together. Like I would get really good messages in that particular sense. So yeah, I think for now I'm going to use these together and then see how the other one goes as well. So that was the Sacred Medicine Oracle by Asha Frost and illustrated by Steph Littlebird, published by Hay House. So yes, I am in love with this deck, and I'm excited to dive deeper into it and work with it in my own personal practice. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of this particular deck. Is this something you bring into your own collection? Is this something that you would be interested in? Always love to hear from you in the comments below, no matter what. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as is greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much and have a great day.